Hello, everybody. I'm Matt.
And I'm Maggie.
And we are
Hopefully Awesome.
That's right, a positive place on the internet where we nerd out about all the geeky things we love. And this week's geeky things include Avatar, again, DC Universe, again, The Menu, and looking ahead at 2023. That's right, because this is the Hopefully Awesome Show, our weekly podcast where Maggie and I sit back and chit-chat about all the nerdy bullshit that happened
shooting
over the last
some
week.
b-ball
Outside of the school, when a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got in one little fight. My mom's got scared. She said, "You're moving with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air." I whistled for a cab, and when it came near, the license plate said fresh and had dice in the mirror. If anything, I should say that this cab was rare, but I thought, nah, forget it. Yo, homie, to Bel Air. I pulled up to the house about 7 or 8, and I yelled to the cabbie, "Yo, homie, I'll smell you later." Looked at the kingdom, I was finally there to sit on my throne as the Prince of Bel Air.
Wow.
Like it never does the same one in a row.
No.
Like it never is the same in a row.
That's how special it is.
But yeah, if this is your first time hanging out with us, you can expect much more of that throughout this episode. So, enough of this. Let's get into it, Maggie. Because it's time for the news. I don't know why I thought you hit the button. You've literally never done that.
I only touch C or D. That's it.
First item on the news today. Avatar. That's right, everybody. We're back at it with James Cameron again. Had a couple updates. I promise we're not going to keep updating this every week. All right. I think this is the last update we need until it's profitable. All right. Like, that's the thing.
Until Matt wins his bet.
No. I'm just saying, like, until it's profitable, that would be the next time we need to update. Because right now it's just like, oh, it's just another number. So anyway, that'll make more sense here in just a second. So via Culture Crave on Twitter, on Thursday, Avatar crossed $1.5 billion and became the highest grossing film of 2022, beating out Top Gun Maverick. Tommy Cruise has been dethroned by the blue people.
Oh, Tom.
Oh, all right. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
I did.
Not me.
I did. I figured.
Who would have thought that
Honestly,
we would have
they had
gotten
a good
sequels to two movies that are decades old?
I mean, honestly, we had a good run. You know,
Yeah.
we had Top Gun ran for, 7 months?
Yeah.
As the highest grossing movie of 2022. I think it's interesting that we get to still say it's the highest grossing movie of 2022, but it didn't hit that until January 2023. But like for some reason it still counts. And I guess it's because it came out in 2022, but I digress. So yeah, 1.5 billion. Via the Hollywood Reporter, James Cameron says Avatar 2 is now, I skipped ahead. James Cameron is now the first director to have 3 films gross more than 1.5 billion at the box office. Maggie,
Well.
can you name all 3?
Titanic, first Avatar, and Avatar 2.
Bing, bing, ding, ding. Good job. All right. Via the Hollywood Reporter, James Cameron says Avatar 2 is profitable and he'll make the sequels. Quote, "It looks like just with the momentum that the film has now, that will easily pass or break even in the next few days. So it looks like I can't wiggle out of this. I'm going to have to do these other sequels." You're goddamn right, James Cameron.
Bro,
God.
you don't have to do them. Don't worry about it.
Now, I will say he's being a little cheeky, facetious. He's not actually like, "Oh, I don't want to do them." He says,
You don't have to do them.
You liked it. You loved Avatar 2.
I have to be the person that's against him, Matt. I have to joke around about it.
You have to be an internet troll.
I have to be
Boo.
an arse.
You can just like things, Maggie. You don't have to, listen to everybody else. You can have your own fucking opinions.
I hate everything.
Well, I hate everything about you. Why do I love you? Quote, I know what I'm going to be doing. I know what I'm going to be doing for the next 6 or 7 years. The point is we're going to be okay. I'm sure that we'll have a discussion soon with the top folks at Disney about the game plan going forward for Avatar 3, which is already in the can. We've already captured and photographed the whole film, so we're in extended post-production to do all the CG magic. And then Avatar 4 and 5 are both written. We even have some of 4 in the can. We've begun a franchise at this point. We've begun a saga that can now play out over multiple films. Previously, Cameron said that The Way of Water would have to earn at least $2 billion at the box office just to break even and justify a sequel. Quote, to clarify, I never actually gave it a number, Cameron said. I said it has to be among the highest grossing films in history, and somebody else applied that number and it got picked up. The number is actually less. The Way of Water had an estimated production budget of more than $400 million, with a marketing spend that brought the combined price tag to at least $600 million, sources have told The Hollywood Reporter. But we also know that it has to make $1.5 billion to break even. So I don't know. I don't know which one's accurate. All right.
He's just bluffing us all.
I mean, all Cameron is saying is that to break even, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I still can't believe that they spent $1.5 billion on one movie. No. Like, the first Avatar didn't even cost that much, and they had to create it from nothing. Like, I could see building the technology for 3, 4, and 5.
Yes.
Right? And, like, the fact they've already filmed 3. I mean, I guess 3's already done. So, like, if they're counting all the budget so far, then, yeah, 1.5 probably is accurate. But, I mean, if we're talking just this movie, then I don't know. But either way, it's ridiculous. So, Avatar has officially hit where it needs to be in order to break even. So the next stop in any updates will be if it actually becomes a successful movie. For those who didn't watch last week, a movie is considered successful when it doubles its budget. So in Avatar's case, if it had to break even, if it had to hit 1.5 billion to break even, then that means to be profitable, it would have to hit $3 billion just to be considered a success. God. At this point, it's still not considered a success, if that is the case. So we'll probably update when that happens. You know, and I would say, like, if it became like one of the highest grossing films of all time, I mean, it is.
Oh, but it is. If it kept on climbing the ladder,
if it beats Endgame, like, we'll talk about that. But at that point, it will have already crossed the 3 billion threshold. Yeah. So, you know, the next story will be when it crosses 3 billion. Yeah. Whenever that happens, and who knows?
So if James Cameron beats himself, like Avatar and Titanic, is he going to release Titanic and Avatar, the first Avatar, back into theaters so they can make more money?
So Avatar was re-released in theaters because Endgame. Yeah. Actually, I mean, that's not true. It was re-released because the pandemic. Yeah. And they needed something to put out in theaters. Yeah. And so they just re-released old films, and that's why Avatar went. But that pushed it over, I think, 4 billion. Yeah. Which is insane. So I think as long as it's his, I think that's all he gives a crap about.
Oh, okay.
Now what's fun is when, like, a movie like what was it? There was one. It was something. Oh my god, I'm trying to remember what it was. But basically, when a movie would become the highest grossing film of all time, the previous movie would then give, would, like, pass forward. You know, like, would basically send a message, you know, like, hey, congratulations, you know, to, like, you know, the director or whatever from the previous director. Yeah. And there was one that was, it was Jurassic World, and it gave, like, it was a T-Rex giving, like, something to, like, I don't know, maybe a minion or something. I don't know. It was something fucking bizarre. I don't even remember.
Sounds bizarre.
Yeah, but so, like, and there was, like, when Star Wars would pass, and there was a big back and forth between Lucas and Cameron and Spielberg for a long time. Yeah. Like, I think Yoda gave something to E.T., I think there was a poster of that.
Oh my god.
Because E.T. had passed it.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know.
That's
anyway,
funny.
yeah. So what would be funny is if James Cameron got Avatar to give Avatar 2. So, like, if it's just Jake Sully just holding from both, you know. I don't even know what they're holding, you know. Their penis tails.
Man,
That's still just, what a weird addition.
That talks a lot about the person who made it up.
Next story. I think we said all we needed to say about Avatar. DC Comics, DC Universe, the DCEU. We got another update on this. Obviously, it's been a bit of a slow week, so we're just catching up on some stuff.
Yeah.
But DC did have another fucking just huge splash of crap come out this week. And what's fun is we know for certain that we're going to be covering this again this month.
Oh, great.
Because they're going to announce their next 3-year plan. So we know that definitely DC will be coming back. No, God. I don't believe James Gunn wants to bring the fandom back.
Chicken Dome.
How dare you? The Nug Dome, Maggie. It was the Nug Dome. God. All right. DC update. A report from Variety had stated that Wonder Woman 3 would not be a part of the DC plan getting ready to be announced. When asked about it on Twitter, Gunn responded, "I hereby debunk it, only because it's not true." And then someone replied to that and said, "Can you discuss at all the report from Variety in regards to Ezra Miller or the notion that your slate is only 3 years worth of projects?" Gunn replied, "I don't know what's out there about Ezra, but our slate is 8 to 10 years, but we will only be announcing some of it this month."
Well, that makes sense. You don't want to lay out the whole entire thing and people get their hopes up, you know?
Yeah. So normally I go in chronological order of like how the events happen, but I wanted to throw those out there first before we actually dig into the report from Variety.
Okay.
So
sounds good.
And then I went into the Variety article and I just kind of removed where it talked about Wonder Woman 3 not being in the slate and stuff, obviously. Now, I will say, that doesn't mean that it is.
No.
It just means that it's not nowhere on the list. Like, they talk about Man of Steel being, like, canceled, and they were kind of putting Wonder Woman in that bucket. And he's like, that's what he was responding to. Yeah. So anyway, here we go. Via Variety. As 2023 kicks off, DC bosses Gunn and Safran continue to sift through the rubble and will soon reveal their 3-year interconnected vision of the cinematic universe, which won't include Cavill's Superman. Right there was also where it said won't include Cavill's Superman or Godot's Wonder Woman. So I just chopped that off. But things could have gone in an alternative direction. So here's some fun stuff, all right? So this is some things that have happened, I believe only since April. But just to kind of fill in a few more gaps on the power struggle that we saw going on.
All right.
So in April, Dwayne Johnson directly pitched CEO David Zaslav on a multi-year plan for Black Adam and a Cavill-led Superman, in which the two properties would interweave, setting up a Superman versus Black Adam showdown. So this was immediately after the merger with Discovery.
Yeah.
And so The Rock, like within days, went to Zaslav. Yeah. And then other sources confirmed the meeting, but downplayed any discussion of Black Adam's future. Then they said, it ruffled feathers internally. Quote, Dwayne went around everyone, which didn't sit well. Eventually, the new Warner Brothers film co-heads, Michael DeLuca and Pam Abney, approved a Cavill cameo in Black Adam, despite the fact that Emmerich, who was the previous head of DC, had made the call in 2018 to find another actor to don the red cape. The Johnson-Warners relationship was already wearing thin after Johnson pushed for a producing credit on the animated film DC League of Super Pets, which opened in July but did little to promote it. The actor also insisted on a tequila bar at the New York premiere of Black Adam featuring his brand, despite the film only being rated PG-13. Quote, his demands increased and the returns just weren't there. Notes another insider. So we'll pause right there. Yeah, so basically The Rock was trying to talk to the DC people and they weren't hearing it. They didn't want. They were like, let's see how it goes. Let's see how it plays out. You know, and then if it does good, we'll talk.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Fuck it, I'm going to Zaslav." And so he went around everyone, which obviously was not.
No, that's not good. You don't do that.
I mean, like, you don't do that. That's true. That's very true. I will say, I feel like the atmosphere of DC had allowed for that to be that way for a long time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there was no Feige, you know, there was no one that was leading the charge.
Yeah. And also just shut down that stuff.
Yeah. And they didn't even have like a Bob Iger. Like, imagine if, like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of anybody. If Paul Rudd went to Bob Iger and said, "This is what I want to do with the Marvel Universe," and like
Bob's gonna be like, "Get out of my office! you beautiful man! Get out of my office!"
It doesn't even work because Paul Rudd would never do that.
No,
you know
he
what
wouldn't.
I mean?
He's too sweet.
But I will say, I think part of the Robert Downey Jr. stuff that went down, I think it kind of did go a little bit like that. But like, I don't know. It was a whole big story. But I think Whedon had a lot to do with that anyway. Anyway, I'm talking about before he re-upped his contract, like after Iron Man 3. Not like now.
No.
Like obviously him leaving was a part of the plan and stuff. And the Russos helped with all that. Anyway, so yeah, basically, it's kind of like what we had talked about. I forget who it was. It doesn't matter, but you know, you can't demand things until you earn the level to be able to do that.
Yeah,
like Cameron can do this weird shit that he does because
he has earned it.
Yeah, and it pays.
And he can make it pay off.
Exactly. Avatar 2 just crossed 1.5 billion. You know, and so he can kind of say this is what we're gonna do. You know, but for Black Adam to not do that great. I mean, considered a failure.
Yeah.
You know, and which we've discussed back in the Avatar segment about, what constitutes a failure. But, that and then Super Pets also not really doing the numbers I'm sure that they were looking for. Not a great movie, I'll be honest.
It could have been so good. Like, the animation looks so good, but like...
There's some weird stuff. Like, just tonally.
Jokes.
Yeah. It was just...
Because, like, there's times that I sometimes show like a movie on Fridays during snack time because it's Friday, we're celebrating the weekend, and like one time I had our Movies Anywhere account pulled up. I was like, oh, I could let them watch DC Pets, and then it hit me. I was like, no, it's not fun. Like I would
there's
think
jokes in there.
I'll be honest, the Minions movie is more fun than that. So,
there was some really weird choices in it. Like I liked a lot of the jokes and stuff as a DC nerd.
Yeah.
But like Joe Schmo on the side of the street that doesn't know anything about DC, like it's not gonna move the needle.
No.
And it didn't have that heart, that you really need in animated films these days. Okay. So, all that being said, it kind of, we're still kind of filling in all the blanks leading to James Gunn becoming, the head of DC. I can't wait for the documentary one day that like just lays all of this out and shows like from beginning to end how DC, became really great with like the Dark Knight, I guess.
Yeah.
And then, kind of crashed, had a bump with the Snyder stuff.
Yeah.
And then crashed more.
Yeah.
But then it came back from the ashes. Hopefully. We'll see. We'll see what happens with James Gunn.
Because of two men.
James Gunn and Peter Safran?
Yes.
Okay. All I ever have is Safran on here.
Safran.
So, moving on. As for what else Gunn and Safran have planned for DC's future, sources describe it as a broad, but not blanket, reset. At this point, nothing is rolled out. Yes. Furthermore, given that Ezra Miller has stayed out of trouble since beginning mental health treatment in the summer, some executives are amendable to continuing with the actor as the world-saving speedster after the Flash bows on June 16th.
They're stupid.
I mean, Yes. Obviously, okay, this is a very loaded topic. There's a lot to this.
Mm-hmm.
We won't re-break it all down. We've done several segments. Feel free to go check those out about all this story. But essentially, Ezra Miller did some, at the very least, questionable, if not just straight up fucked up.
Yeah.
Allegedly, I mean, it's not been proven in a court of law yet.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, that being said, there's definitely some issues here.
Yes.
Now, mental health, obviously, that's a big need.
Mm-hmm.
Not enough people are getting the help that they need. 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
And if this does help Ezra Miller, helps them to be able to do, the things that they're supposed to be doing, and like if they're truly, sorry and didn't realize what they were doing, and all these things, like that's one thing. But we've seen so many times in Hollywood, like these things just get used as excuses.
Yes.
Yes. And like it's not really, it's like when Kevin Spacey came out and was like, all those allegations about him, sexually harassing, men, like going through the back in his past.
Yeah.
And like, trying to divert that attention by coming out of the closet. And it's like, that pisses me off more.
Yeah.
That you want to use something
like that.
Yeah. To try and take the heat off of you. Yeah. Like, no.
Still doesn't make you innocent, dude.
I mean, and it lessens what that really means for other people.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that is a big moment for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And to just use that, mental health is a horrible situation in this country specifically, but across the world for sure. And like to just use that as the excuse for, breaking into places and having kind of like cultist stuff set up. Like, I mean, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
So again, I want everybody to get the help they need. I'm sure Ezra Miller needs help. Obviously you don't do the things that they did and not need help.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think it's great that Ezra Miller is doing better, not making bad choices.
Yes.
I think that's great.
Yes.
I still don't think that
should be enough for him to be.
Well, I just think that you're asking for trouble.
Yes.
Because I mean, like, what are you really trying to do with this?
Yeah.
Like, do you really have their back?
Mm-hmm.
Or are you just trying to make sure your movie's profitable?
Oh, it's like bribing a kid. If you're good, now if you stop crying and you're good, I'll give you a piece of candy.
Yeah.
And like you're only encouraging that child.
Yeah.
Oh, if I start acting this way, I could get something.
Yeah.
And I mean, they may have promised him, I don't know, a bucket of gold for all I care.
Yeah.
It's like you said, you're only setting up for that to happen again.
Yeah. And I mean, I think me and you kind of talked about it when this news first broke, that if I had to bet, I would say this is really just smoke and mirrors, that they're just wanting to make sure the Flash actually makes money. And like, if you say right now, there's no future with this movie, then that takes a lot of the steam out of the engine. You know what I mean?
It does.
Like, why bother going to watch this if it ultimately means nothing, I mean, that's why we went and watched Black Adam, because it was like, oh, the future of the DC universe starts here,
Oh, we heard about that spoiler.
Yeah. So I think, honestly, that's what we're hearing is just them trying to say that so that when it comes out, it makes money, but then, going on. I don't know. I just can't imagine. I just can't imagine James Gunn like dealing with bullshit that he doesn't have to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. It's just
it sucks.
I can't. Yeah, and I can't imagine how tough that job is coming in. Somebody that's been pretty strong with Marvel stuff and that Safran, he's been a production a person with Warner Brothers for a long time.
Yeah.
And these two they're like, and everybody's just like, oh, you're in charge.
Here's this fucking disaster.
And like
make gold out of this.
yeah, and Zazzle's like, you need to fix this.
Yeah, dude, it's man. I'm definitely excited to hear about their 3-year plan that's coming up. I think it'll be fun. I just can't wait to move on from all of this. I think that's the problem. Is that we're finding out more and more about what it was. Things are already getting better just by sheer fact that somebody is running it now. But it's still just, once we can, honestly, I mean, we've talked about it. I wish they just cancel all the movies this year. And I know that that's stupid from a business standpoint.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to see Shazam. God, I want to see The Flash. I want to.
Yeah.
I wish they could just erase Ezra Miller from it.
Yeah.
But like, I want to see Michael Keaton return. I want to see Supergirl that's in it.
How about this? You cancel all the others and bring Batgirl back.
I mean, that's what they should do.
I'm
honestly.
sorry. Picture of her in her
I know.
Batgirl costume.
Yeah, the final costume she was going to have. Yeah, that was awesome. But yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. Hopefully next week, maybe not next week, but hopefully soon, we will know more about the DC universe.
So say what?
But before we learn any more, let's hear a word from our sponsors.
This episode is brought to you by patreon.com/hopefullyawesome.
That's right. At the $5 tier, you can have access to every episode we make ad-free and have your name listed in the credits of every video. At $10, you'll be able to get access to our all-new exclusive shows right here on patreon.com/hopefullyawesome. Those include Hopefully Weekly, a weekly show where Maggie and I catch up on all the things that's happened over the past week, both in our life and in the world around us. Family Game Night, a weekly show where Maggie and I will play a variety of board games, from Blockbuster Party Game all the way to Fast and the Furious Heist Game, whatever that is.
Highway heist.
The Hopefully Awesome movie commentary that we'll do once a month, where Maggie and I will watch one of our favorite films and then record us talking about it over it. Kind of like a mix between Mystery Science Theater 3000 and, just us goofing off and talking about nothing related to the film. And lastly, Matt plus Maggie. This is our monthly show where Maggie and I talk about our relationship. I don't think we'll be giving any advice, but hey, tune in. It'll be fun. And if you want to go above and beyond at the $25 level, not only do you get everything that we've just talked about, but you also get a verbal shout out as our Patreon producer of the entire month. All this and more.
So sign up at patreon.com/hopefullyawesome today.
All right. Thank you for that word, Matt and Maggie. We will be sure and do those things. So now let's get into our next story. So our next story is not a story at all. No. Well, it's a story about us. It's a story of a girl who cried a river and drowned the whole world. And while she looks so sad in photographs, I absolutely love her. When she smiles. How many days in a year? Okay. So this past week, HBO Max dropped The Menu. That's right. The film that came out last year in select cinemas. I don't know if it went wide. It might have went wide.
I think.
But it finally hit HBO Max. We did not get a chance to see it in theaters, so we watched it this weekend. And we decided to do a little mini review for you guys. We have our main topic that we're still going to be doing, looking ahead. But honestly, this movie was too good to not talk about. So if this is your first time watching one of our reviews, we normally do a spoiler-free, and then we'll go into spoilers. This being a mini review, there will obviously be a much shorter time of non-spoilers. So we'll just kind of kick off with saying, Maggie, how did you feel about The Menu?
At first, I wasn't too thrilled about it.
Well, preface it. You're not a huge fan of horror.
No, I'm not. I like thrillers. You gotta figure out what
like The Invisible Man.
Yeah.
Or Get Out.
Yeah. I don't like yucky blood and gore and stuff.
You don't like stuff that's freaky, like Midsummer. What is that one? Well, I guess not Resident Evil. Evil Dead. Like that new trailer for Evil Dead.
No. Oh, God. We
Conjuring
watched it.
messes with you a little bit.
Yeah. Which I could... the Conjuring... The first Conjuring really scared me.
Yeah.
But the
But
ones
it's a great
after,
made movie.
it
though.
is.
Like, it's well made.
But, you know, yeah, that Evil Dead movie, I do not want to see it.
I can't wait to watch
I don't want to see it at all. If we go, I have to bring a blanket with me to hide
Okay.
behind.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
I
don't know.
I want to, like...
We might just wait till we're at home to watch it.
That's probably for the best. Anyways, and Matt says, we need to watch The Menu. And I was like, okay. You know, like I'm trying to remember briefly of what all happened in the trailer. All I know is that, you know, there's a chef, which is Ralph Fiennes, I believe.
I believe so.
And I forgot about Anna Taylor being in it.
Yeah. And Steve
Beast.
Holt. Steve Holt.
Beast.
It's not Steve Holt.
No, it's
something
not Steve
Holt, but it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Anyways, so I was like, okay, I'll give it a whirl. I was very shocked.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Well, here's the thing. It's
messes with your mind a little bit too.
Yeah. Yeah. And like at the beginning, there were a couple of things like before they get to the restaurant. Again, spoiler free, but there's just a couple of things that kind of started reminding me of Midsummer a little bit. And I was like, how deep is this rabbit hole going? Because I'm not ready to go that deep, you know?
Yeah.
Like Midsummer is insane. And it really screwed with me for like several weeks afterwards. And so like I was just wanting a fun like social horror film, right? I don't know if this is the correct term. This is just how I look at it. But, you know, basically there's these horror films that have, you know, like monsters, blood, demons, whatever. Right? That's what I would consider like classic horror, right? Then we have like slasher films like Scream and Jason and Freddy and all that stuff. And then, you know, I believe we kind of have this new era of like social horror. Things like this, The Invisible Man, probably Megan, is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Obviously Get Out, you know. But where it's more about like they're saying more about society than they're actually saying in horror. Like horror is just kind of the facade for it. Now don't get me wrong, that's what good horror does, right? Good horror is supposed to take a very hard topic and make it approachable for people, you know.
Yeah.
And so like, you know, but just to kind of clarify between the different genres, right? So I'm a big fan of these types of films where it's like it's a horror film, but there's a lot more going on than just, you know, somebody coming out and, you know, you know.
Yeah.
And so I was really looking forward to this, and I mean I say I was really looking forward to it. I was really looking forward to it when I found out that it was on HBO Max.
Yeah.
Before that, I kind of forgot it existed.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
like I know it hit
didn't
theaters,
hear,
but like it was just one of those that just kind of, you know, came and went and didn't really think much. So we watched it and I really loved it, like a lot. And like there's a lot I want to talk about in the spoilers about it. Just how the way things go and like how people respond and things. Like it's just, I don't know. I have a lot I want to talk about. So I think we got to get out of spoilers or get into spoilers. Yeah. Anything else you want to say before we get into spoilers?
No.
I would definitely recommend watching it. If you like movies that are social horror, however you want to call it, then I think you should definitely check this out. If you hate horror films, if you just do not at all like to be scared at all, I don't know if I would even say this is scary.
I mean, there's a few things that can make you jump, but
I
at no point, like, all I felt was dread.
Yeah.
At some point, you know, like, what's going to happen? Oh my God, is this going to happen? But I never felt, you know. Yeah.
It never pushed itself to the point that I felt like uncomfortable because of what I was watching.
Yes.
So take that for what you will.
Okay.
So that being said, let's get into spoilers. I can't believe Ralph Fiennes was dead the whole time.
Spoilers.
I'm just kidding. So I think one thing that struck me a lot about this movie was how everybody just kept sitting back down.
Yeah.
And like they were so willing to just sit there and take what was happening because it was what was expected of a social setting. You know what I mean? Like, it's just bonkers, you know? And like, I mean, they show them like, you know, try and break out every once in a while and stuff. But like, they could have all banded together and like really done something, you know? But like when he's like, oh, it's part of the menu and sit back down, and they just do that. Mm-hmm. And it's like, it's just so crazy to me, you know?
Well, also, the more and more I thought about it, you know, Anna Taylor's... Anna Joy Taylor?
Anna Taylor-Joy.
Yeah.
You're good.
Her character, you know, is the only person there is not of wealth status. And like looking back on it now, it's like she saw how ridiculous this was.
Yeah.
That these people are acting absolutely stupid.
Yeah.
And that they're just taking everything that Ralph Fiennes says for what it's worth.
Yeah.
And she sees how ridiculous it is.
Yeah. She doesn't buy into all the bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like even she'll tell I can't think of his name. The guy,
you can just call him Beast. Yeah. That's fine.
Beast from X-Men. The zombie from Warm Bodies. That's how I remember him as. And she says, you know, well, why are you acting like this? You know, somebody just shot themselves.
Yeah,
you know?
like he just keeps eating.
He just keeps eating. Says, oh, this is so good. This is so good.
Yeah, and I was like, why is he doing, like, what the hell is wrong with him, you know? And I didn't know if it was just because he's such a foodie, you know? Like if that's what it was or what. But anyway, sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. Let's see. I've gotten a lot train of thought. Like she told him, she's like, oh, go back to eating your rock or something like that.
Yeah.
The salad that's supposed to be like the food critic said. She's like, oh, we're eating the ocean.
We're eating the ocean.
Yeah. Because Ralph Fiennes says, you're going to be ingesting entire ecosystems, you know, and I was like, oh, I mean, that's pretty good setup for a menu, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And like the further he goes down his menu, especially when he talks about how he stabbed his dad in the leg with scissors and he made this meal of this chicken wrapped up in a telephone cord.
Yes. With scissors stabbed into it. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was chicken thigh.
I guess it was a little disturbing to watch the guy blow his head off, now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, it was.
I didn't think about that in the pre-spoiler section.
Yeah.
Hopefully people don't regret watching that now from saying that. Anyway, no, I thought, honestly, when they were first going there and they were talking about how they all live there and they like showed the house with all the meat or whatever.
Yeah, the smokehouse.
Yeah, I was like, is this going to be like Midsummer? Like, you know, and she looked a little like her dress, like what she was wearing was a bit different, you know, like it looked like it was their own culture. And like that was, those red flags start going off, you know. But then the deeper we got, you know, the more we understood. Like, oh no, it's different. And like, I kind of love the idea of him, you know, killing everybody because they suck.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. And I really like the fact Anna Taylor-Joy's character, she figured it out.
Yeah.
When she saw that picture of him when he was first working, he's an employee of the month at a hamburger place.
Yeah. And how happy he was.
Yeah.
And God damn it, that burger looked so good. Yeah. That was the biggest disappointment, is not being able to eat that burger.
And because he continuously points out, you know, asking her, why aren't you eating? Don't you like what I cooked? Who are you?
Yeah.
You're not a Margot. I've cooked for many Margos. You're not a Margot.
I don't know, Margot.
And, you know, we find out that her real name is X and she's actually a sex worker. Yeah. And piece of crap Beast right there hired her for the evening.
Knowing full well that she would die.
Yeah. He knew the whole entire time that everybody there was going to die.
And oh my God, when he made him cook, that was like... that was savage. You know what I mean?
It was. I loved it.
It was great. It was great.
I love the fact that he took a bite of the lamb and he's like, this tastes bad.
Yeah. It almost makes you wonder. And then he made him hang himself because of how bad it was.
Yeah.
Like it almost makes you think, like, are they trying to, obviously this is saying a lot about a lot of things. One I would say is probably critics.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And like, so are they trying to say, like, you know, like me and you are sitting here on this podcast talking about movies.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like we do a good job of not saying they should have done this, they should have done that, or whatever. Yeah. Sometimes. In the news stuff, we talk about that, but that's, you know, as far as the actual story goes, we typically don't get into that. We just say whether we enjoyed what they gave us or did not enjoy what they gave us.
Yeah.
But like, is it almost like saying to film critics, you know, okay, you can make your movie, you know?
Yeah.
Like, what if Ryan Johnson was saying this to all the Star Wars nerds? You know, like, how shitty would your fucking Star Wars movie have been, you piece of shit, you know? And so it's just interesting, the dichotomy there, that we are talking about a movie where the character is bashing people who are critiquing his work, and we are critiquing the work of that film about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's super meta, and it just really messes with me a little bit. But yeah, no, I don't know if there's really anything else. I love the scene where all the ladies just go back in and eat. I thought like that was great, and all the men are trying to run away. All the pieces of shit, man, you know. But like how they're all just kind of bonding and drinking and, you know, and smoking.
And freaking Beast staring through the window at what they're doing.
Oh my God. That was funny. There was a lot of this that was like legitimately funny to me.
Yeah, it was.
It was dark. It was like dark humor.
And I like the fact that John Leguizamo's character was a washed up actor. And the only reason why he was there to die is because of that one horrible movie he was in. He said, I wasn't the director. I didn't write it. And the show says, it doesn't matter. You were in it, and it made my day off horrible.
I'm really glad we didn't have to watch him burn alive.
Yeah.
Like,
that's crazy.
Yeah. Like, it showed it started, and then we cut away. You know? No, I don't want to talk too much about spoilers about another movie, but, you know, that did not freak me out. Like, if they had shown it, then it maybe would have freaked me out in the same way that other movies have messed with me in the past.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm glad that they never really, I mean, the dude blowing his head off was probably the furthest it got pushed. But I mean, even that I felt like wasn't as bad as I've seen in some things. But I'm glad that they got right up to the line, but never crossed it. Yeah. And I think that made it a much more enjoyable experience for me. Yeah. You know, because we don't enjoy, like, I hate movies that are just torture porn, you know? Yeah. Hostel. Yeah. Hills Have Eyes. All that crap. Hills Have Eyes. I walked out of the Hills Have Eyes.
I believe you told me that.
Yeah, for real. Like, I got like 20 minutes into it, and like, I didn't even want my money back. I was just like, I'm good. It was when, I'm not going to explain the entire part, but there's a moment with a woman who has a baby, but she doesn't have the baby with her, and I'll just leave it at that. And it's just, hate that movie. I really hate that movie. That movie made me stop watching horror films for a long time. Yeah, I think I didn't watch another one. Like, the closest I got was like The Exorcism of Emily Rose, which is not a horror film. It's like a courtroom drama. Yeah. No, it was what brought me back was Paranormal Activity, because I was like, okay, this is not gonna be that. Yeah, this is just about ghosts and demons and shit, and I'm fine with that. But like, I just did not want, if I had to go watch another person just get chopped in half and guts fly everywhere, I don't give a crap, you know. It's dumb. I don't take happiness from watching that, you know what I mean?
No,
from
I
seeing
don't
bad
either.
people get shit happen to them.
Yeah,
like, don't get me wrong, good, but at the same time, like, I don't want to, you know, I don't revel in that, you know.
Well, I think one of the last movies that really like messed with me, like back in the 2000s, was The Descent where all those girls go spelunking in the Appalachian Mountains.
Yeah.
And I remember I slept with a lamp on for a good while.
Now, remind me, was it a monster in the descent? Right? It was, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
they'd never seen sunlight. That's why they was so...
So wait, were they people or were they monsters?
I don't know.
Okay.
I could see somebody calling them monsters, but I could also see them being humans that never seen the light of day. And that's why they were weird looking.
Well, I won't say. Okay. Like another movie we watched recently.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I could kind of see that.
Because
I haven't watched it since the only time I watched it when it first came out.
When some animals like adapt to places like that.
Like Avatar.
Yeah. They tend to lose all color, all pigment, and hair and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think that's why those were made the way. But I didn't want to be sitting in the dark or sleeping in the dark for a good long while.
I could see that.
Because all I could imagine was this thing crawling up on my ceiling and looking at me.
That's the thing is like it never really bothers me about like monsters or psycho killers or anything like that. Like that stuff doesn't really affect me that much. The things that get me is demons and ghosts. That shit scares the shit out. And aliens. I will say aliens. Like
aliens will do that
if
to
they
me
go too, like if they go hard with it, you know, like Nope. Like, you know, every once in a while I'm just like looking up. I'm just like,
I'm still looking for that beam of light. I saw that one morning and just disappeared. I'll look for them all the time.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, I would definitely recommend it. So definitely go check it out if you haven't. Hopefully you didn't listen to this if you didn't watch it. Anything else you'd like to say? Mm-mm. All right. That is the end of spoilers. So now, I forgot to tell everybody in the pre-spoilers, we're going to add the menu to our ranking of winter 2022 so far. So currently, at number 1, we've got Avatar 2. Number 2, Glass Onion. Number 3, Spirited. Number 4, The Fabelmans. Number 5, Bullet Train. Number 6, Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. Number 7, Andor. Number 8, Ticket to Paradise. Number 9, Disenchanted. Number 10, Black Panther Wakanda Forever. And number 11, The Santa Clauses. Maggie, where would you put the menu on this list?
As much as this pains me to even say this out loud, I would make it the new number 5.
Really, above Bullet Train? I'm shocked.
I'm shocked too.
I think I'd actually go below Bullet Train.
Okay.
You're just saying because you don't want Bullet Train to. No, because as much as I love the menu, don't get me wrong, I really enjoyed it. But I think I just enjoyed how different Bullet Train was.
Yes.
Like we just haven't got a movie like that in a bit, you know?
Yeah.
And like the menu was just very well done, which I mean, by all means was extremely well done. But I think I just, you know, on this list, I'd probably put Bullet Train just the next level above it. You like it?
I like it.
All right.
Keep my boy Brad Pitt up there, top 5.
Is he your boy?
He's my boy.
All right. Your new ranking is number 1. Sorry, I put maneuver instead of menu. Number 1, Avatar 2. Number 2, Glass Onion. Number 3, Spirited. Number 4, The Fabelmans. Number 5, Bullet Train. Number 6, The Menu. Number 7, Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. Number 8, Andor. Number 9, Ticket to Paradise. Number 10, Disenchanted. Number 11, Black Panther Wakanda Forever. And number 12, The Santa Clauses. Now it's time for the main topic. All right, everybody. We are getting into the main topic. For this week, we have decided to take a look ahead at the films and TV shows coming out in 2023. I've got a couple of articles that we're going to use as a way to figure out which ones we're going to talk about. But we're just going to kind of go through them. What was you laughing about?
Just seeing Cheetor with Bumblebee.
Dude, right? Like, now that we've been watching Beast Wars, you're like, damn, that's pretty tight, right?
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. My God. Can't wait. Maggie, would you like to talk about TV shows or movies first?
Let's do TV shows.
Okay. Sorry, I'd cut off my Wi-Fi so the battery would last a little bit longer. And so it's not loading the page. So here we go.
Okay.
All right. So we are pulling this from the AV Club. This is the 23 most anticipated TV shows of 2023. That's why they picked 23. So obviously this will not be a complete list of everything possible that's coming out. That would be pretty hard.
Yeah.
Why is this doing this to me? I want the reader. It's not gonna let me have the reader. All right. It literally won't let me have the reader version. Okay, so is there a way I can just everybody give me a second. Maggie, vamp for us.
Oh God. So oh my God, I hate this. Oh, here. There's a new Mountain Dew flavor called Pitch Black.
There you go.
And they got and zero sugar and regular, of course. We got zero sugar. It's really different. This is a blast of dark citrus punch. Like whenever you first smell it, I'll be honest, it smells like Surge, which made me really excited before I took my first sip yesterday. And I was like, oh man, we got it back. We got the flavor back. We got Surge back. Well, not quite. Like it tastes like Mountain Dew, but then it comes through with that punch flavor like it says. It's different. It's not like one of my favorite flavors that they came out with. It's way better than their Halloween one this past Halloween. God, that thing tasted nasty.
Can I talk about this website, how garbage it is right now?
Can I see? I want to see what you're dealing with.
So I'm going through this, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, where's the list?
Oh no.
And like it won't pop up, right?
Oh God.
And there's no next button or nothing. Look down below. Below the entire page.
Oh.
Look at this, everybody. It's
that's
literally
stupid.
like below there. Yeah. So anyway, that's why I was like just completely lost.
Yeah.
Sorry, AV Club or whoever. Or no, you know what? I'm not sorry. You should be sorry, AV Club. All right.
Update your website. God, Angel Fire back in the day was better.
Why did they do it this way? This is terrible. Like when I was looking
at
it,
go to Wix for God's sakes.
Wow. When I was looking at it on my phone, it was like a list, and I had the reader, and I was just scrolling, and it was great.
It's because it was a smaller format.
I guess I requested a mobile website, but it didn't do it. All right. So first show we're going to talk about, and we're not going to neander on a lot of these, but is The Last of Us hitting HBO on January 15th. That's actually next week, man.
That's crazy.
Next Monday or Sunday.
Sunday, yeah.
Honestly, we've watched a couple of trailers. I think we've watched very little. We're trying to stay a bit uninformed on it.
Yeah.
We never played the games.
Nope.
I've heard a ton about the games, how great they are, especially since the second one came out. You know, and I'm definitely intrigued by this. I will say one of my hesitations is just I liked The Walking Dead. I was going to say liked. I liked it early on, but then it just got way too dark when Negan first showed up and just couldn't do it. Like literally with I can't even think of his name now. Oh my God. With Stephen Yeun. Oh my God, I can't think of it. Anyway, everybody, if you've watched the show, you know what I'm talking about. But so I'm really intrigued by this. Like with this, you know, end of the world, we gotta survive. You know, people are also garbage people, not just the monsters, or whatever. Yeah, you know. So I'm definitely intrigued by it. I just hope it doesn't get too
much.
Yeah, I just hope it, like I don't want to see anybody get raped.
No,
you know what I mean?
No.
Like,
I don't think that will happen.
I hope not. I mean, I don't know. I don't know enough to know. You know what I mean? Yeah. But Pedro Pascal is great. It looks like it's well done, well made. So I'm very, very, very interested.
I know
in
a lot of fans of the game are really excited about it.
For sure.
That's usually a good sign.
And the original people that played them, God, I can't think of anybody's names today. But at the game show, the Game Awards.
Oh yeah, they introduced
Troy Baker.
Troy Baker, yeah.
I can't think of her name to save my life, but how they all came out there and said they were all big fans of each other and stuff. So that was cool.
That was pretty cool. That was.
Next up, we got Poker Face hitting Peacock on January 26th. Knives Out director Ryan Johnson takes his whodunit talents to Peacock with Poker Face, a classic Case of the Week mystery show starring Russian doll's Natasha Lyonne as a woman who can tell when people are lying. The series should be a blast if it's even remotely as fun as Johnson's Benoit Blanc mysteries. Either way, it'll be fun to see the show's cavalcade of celebrity cameos, including Tim Meadows, Benjamin Bratt, Jamie Jamil, and of course, Johnson's regular cameo buddy, Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Aww.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah.
It just made me laugh because I know who Natasha Lyonne is, and I'm just like, that's going to be really funny. It's going to be interesting.
I'm definitely down to give it a chance.
Yeah.
It's one of those that I may wait until it's all out and just marathon it. The Mandalorian Season 3 hits Disney Plus on March 1st. I'm very excited for this, but there's not a whole lot to say about, like, the description of Mandalorian,
No.
But Mandalorian is kind of special to me and Maggie. When we found out that Maggie was pregnant with Viv, was a couple of hours before Disney Plus launched. And so when at the end of the episode, when it shows Baby Yoda, I always associate Viv and Baby Yoda together, Yeah. So I'm in love with The Mandalorian. I mean, besides all that, it's a freaking phenomenal show.
Also, it was in friggin' Fortnite, man.
Yeah, he was. And I mean, I really enjoyed Book of Boba Fett. I know some people were mixed on it.
I liked it.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, at this point, it should just been called like Star Wars, the show, because it's just, it's all there.
Connected.
It's not just Boba Fett, and it's not just The Mandalorian. I think it honestly would have been good if it was called this would have been too many titles, but if it had been called like Star Wars, The Mandalorian, The Book of Boba Fett, to show you I know, right? Like you can't do that.
No.
But I think that's because people are like, oh, you're going to have Boba Fett in your Boba Fett show, aren't you? Yeah. Anyway,
Buttholes.
March 1st. Wow.
I call you
butthole.
Big fat phony.
Daisy Jones and the Six hits Prime Video on March 3rd. Based on Taylor Jenkins Reid's novel, the 10-part Daisy Jones and the Six follows the 70s on-the-road antics of the titular Fleetwood Mac-esque band with Zola's Rila Keough as the leader of said LA-based outfit. The Prime Video series, executive produced by Reese Witherspoon, is constructed partially like a documentary, which promises to pack, we're guessing, considering the Mac inspiration, plenty of drama. So it's like a fictional take on Fleetwood Mac.
Which they were very dramatic.
It's kind of cool. And it's only a 10-part series, so it's a one story.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to skip this one. Perry Mason Season 2 hits March 6th.
Yeah.
We just don't have anything to say about it. The White House Plumbers hits HBO in March, starring Justin Theroux and Woody Harrelson. Based on Integrity, Good People, Bad Choices, and Life Lessons from the White House by Eagle and Matthew Crow, HBO dives into the stranger-than-fiction true crime tale that led to the downfall of Nixon's presidency with the miniseries White House Plumbers. Woody Harrelson and Justin Theroux play the two masterminds who broke into the Democratic National Convention's headquarters, while Veep showrunner David Mandel helms the project.
Sold.
Yeah.
Justin Theroux and Woody Harrelson, yeah.
Justin Theroux has the best mustache in this. It's huge.
Oh my God.
He looks
bigger than my dad's mustache.
He almost looks like Phil.
Yes, he does.
In Modern Family.
Yeah.
Which I know Phil didn't always have a mustache, but all right, we got Beef hitting Netflix to be determined. A24 presents the new Netflix dark comedy Beef, which reunites Tucka and Birdie's Stephen Yeun and Ali Wong, who are both executive producers on the project, as folks who get into road rage feud and let it take over their lives. Beef comes to us from Lee Sung-jin, a writer for Dave, Tucka and Birdie, and Undone.
Oh.
So there you go. That sounds interesting. Secret Invasion.
Hey.
Marvel's Secret Invasion
Whoop,
hits
whoop, whoop.
Disney Plus in the spring. Obviously, we don't have to read the synopsis, but I mean, obviously, I'm down for anything that's Marvel.
Yes.
Most of the time.
Most of the
I mean, what if season 2? We'll see. But this one, when we first saw the trailer, very intrigued by the Winter Soldier-esque
spies.
Yes.
Espionage.
And the kind of a body snatcher situation.
Yeah.
An alien
so we get
stuff.
There's a sci-fi spy show.
Yeah. I mean, this is going to be great.
Yes.
I'm hoping it's going to be great.
Samuel L. Jackson, everybody.
Yeah. It says spring. So far, there's not been an official date. Succession season 4 hits HBO in the spring. We need to watch it. We
say that all the time. Look what we just started. Better Call Saul.
Yeah, we watched Better Call Saul, and that shit rocks, man. Better Call Saul is fantastic.
Yes, it
just
is.
finished season 1. Can't wait to finish it. But yeah, we watched the pilot of Succession.
Yes.
And was just
I don't think we was ready.
Yeah, we weren't.
We weren't ready.
We wanted to watch The Defenders.
I think the more and more people we see from Succession outside of other things, we're just like, dang it.
Yeah, we really just need to do it, because I know it's one of those shows that I'll love if I just give it the chance,
I say it gets better,
I'm
just like
sure it
any
does.
other first season does. Which I'm sorry, Better Call Saul season 1 is probably one of the best season 1s.
It's true. It's really good.
It's written very well.
Yeah, just start to finish. And even though season 2, wherever the show goes, and obviously we've watched Breaking Bad, so we know some things.
Mm-hmm.
But season 1 honestly could just be its own miniseries as a prequel. You know what I mean? It is just so good, so good. Star Wars: The Acolyte, hitting Disney Plus in the summer. Created by Russian Doll's Leslie Headland, The Acolyte has rounded up an impressive ensemble to expand the Star Wars franchise. The 8-episode season is set at the end of the High Republic era, which is decades before the Skywalker saga began. So the High Republic, this is when the Jedis were at peak power.
Oh, gotcha.
I guess.
Yeah.
Because when it, I think I don't know enough to talk about it, but I guess the High Republic ends with their downfall in the third one.
Gotcha.
I think is the best way to describe
Government.
it. Yeah, basically. As shadowy secrets and dark powers continue to emerge, a former Padawan reunites with her Jedi Master to investigate a series of crimes, but they're not ready for the sinister situations that they're about to encounter. Also be on the lookout for Ahsoka, another highly anticipated Star Wars drama, which is expected to premiere by the summer of 2023. Rosario Dawson as the titular character will reprise her role as Ahsoka Tano from The Mandalorian. So there you go. Yeah. Acolyte sounds decent.
Yeah.
All right. Here's a good one, Maggie.
Here we go.
Straight Man, hitting AMC, date to be determined, starring Bob Odenkirk.
What's he going to do?
Well, first look at him. Look how great he looks.
He looks like
the guy from Saw.
No. He was in Mr. Holland's Opus and Richard Dreyfuss. He looks like Richard Dreyfuss. He looks like Richard Dreyfuss.
You better call Saul. Bob Odenkirk is back at AMC after finishing a remarkable 6-season run on Better Call Saul. In Straight Man, adapted from the Richard Russo novel, the actor takes on the role of William Henry DeVraw Jr., the English department chair at a struggling Pennsylvania college.
Oh, God.
Silicon Valley's Aaron Zellman and the office's Paul Lieberstein, that's Toby, are showrunners, while Peter Farley is set to direct. Farley? Yeah, so I don't know. I guess it's a comedy of some kind, I guess. Avatar: The Last Airbender live action hits Netflix at some point. Daniel Day-Kim is in this, Maggie.
I know.
Danny Pudi.
I know.
I'm just trying to say it.
God, just for the love of God, make it good.
I mean,
make it good.
We at least get one season, and then it's probably canceled. X-Men 97 hits Disney Plus in the fall.
Ooh.
I don't know. I mean, it's cool that they're doing it. I never really got into the Fox X-Men show. I was much more into the Fox Spider-Man show. Now, if they said Spider-Man 97, then like, fuck yeah, I'm there, Did him and Madam Web ever find Mary Jane? I need to know this shit. And don't tell me that Spider-Man Unlimited is the sequel to this, all right? It's not. That's just Saban trying to make you think it is so that you'll watch their stupid fucking Animal Planet show. God damn it. Fuck.
We struck a chord.
Sorry. I can't tell you, Maggie, how let down I was. All right. I loved Spider-Man the Animated Series.
You made
I
me
loved
watch
it.
the first episode, Matt. I think I understand your disappointment.
Maggie, and they were like, oh, Spider-Man's back, and after being reunited with Mary Jane, he's ready to take on space or some shit. Yeah. And like, you got fucking the Venom and Carnage symbiote, and they're just talking without a host or anything? Get the hell out of here. Get your Island of Dr. Monroe ass out of here. All right? Keep it away from my Spider-Man.
Okay, I'll leave.
It's like they were like, oh, you know what everybody loves about Spider-Man? The fact that it's animals plus people. That's what everyone loves about Spider-Man. So what if we make an entire show where it's just animal people against Spider-Man? That's all the kids will love that. And there's an actual Green Goblin. But he's a good guy. But he's a real goblin who's green. And he glides, but because he has wings or some shit. I don't know. It's stupid. It was awful. I'm glad it's in Across the Spider-Verse. God, it was terrible. It was a just terrible show. Hate it. I don't know. Anything else you want to say about X-Men 97?
No.
Are we going to watch it? Are we going to try it?
I want to try it.
We can try it. I mean, it'll be cool to hear the theme song and stuff. This one's for you, Morph. Clone High, hitting HBO Max to be determined. The one-season animated wonder on MTV that wrapped back in 2003 is resurfacing 20 years later on HBO Max. So you can expect a lot more goings on of teenage famous historical folks in Exclamation USA with co-creators Chris Miller and Phil Lord on board for the reboot.
What?
Yeah, we've talked about this, I believe, like in together, but Clone High is where basically they took all of the like historical figures and cloned them and made them teenagers and put them in a school together. Oh my god! So like you got like that's JFK.
Oh my god, I remember that's Cleopatra. Yeah, that's Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I remember that.
Yeah.
Gosh, that's the
like
same.
Gandhi is there, and
I need to look up and see if like the animators from Clone High did Total Drama Island because like
probably
their animation style is the same.
I think the entire series is available right now on Paramount Plus. I'm pretty sure because it was an MTV production. Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, Chris Miller and Phil Lord, like that. I'm there. You know what I mean? There. I'm at least gonna give it a shot.
Yeah.
Bupkis hitting Peacock at some point, starring Pete Davidson and Joe Pesci. What the hell? Pete Davidson, Eddie Falco, Joe Pesci, Ray Romano, Brad Garrett, Kenan Thompson, Simon Rex, and Charlie Day.
I'm sold.
Pete Davidson might have left Saturday Night Live, but his partnership with Lorne Michaels just beginning. They're co-producing Bupkis, a heightened and fictional version of Davidson's real life. Joe Pesci and Eddie Falco will portray his family members, marking Pesci's first time on a small screen as a series regular after 37 years. Get ready for Everybody Loves Raymond reunion with Ray Romano and Brad Garrett in the cast too.
What? I just now realized Brad Garrett. That's the guy that played
Raymond.
Yeah, that's the one that played his brother. Hey Raymond, I'm your brother.
Davidson has, of course, been in the news cycle. Nobody cares about that shit. Yeah, I mean, Meet Cute was fantastic. Yeah. So it made me think a lot highly of Pete Davidson, honestly. Yes. Yes. Please, God, give us this. Ted Lasso season 3 is supposed to hit Apple TV Plus this year. No official date. Yeah. Love it. No official date has been given. I'm trying to see. I've heard it's rumored around March, but nothing official has been pushed. So I love that show. God, the only thing I think I'd be more excited about would be Severance season 2 hitting,
and
I'm sure that won't happen for a while. Well, yeah, I think that is supposed to happen, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to.
Oh wait, Severance season 2, Apple TV, to be determined. After spectacular season 1, fans are counting down the days until Severance returns for its second season. While no date is confirmed yet, filming for the show began late last year, so there's a good chance it will return by the fall of 2023. Okay, yeah. Hey, if you've not watched Severance for whatever reason, you should definitely watch Severance. It's just so good, man.
It's just fantastic.
I'm going through more of these. Let's see. Here's some stuff without like full breakdowns. Nothing really I'm seeing. Gremlins Secret of the Magua, an animated fantasy comedy that doubles as a Gremlins prequel. What? True Detective Night Country. Jodie Foster leads the latest iteration of this hard-boiled crime drama.
Ooh.
Gen V.
Hey!
The Boys spinoff, a superhero teen drama. So, yeah, that's also on there. Is there any more?
How about The Boys? The Boys.
No, I mean... Oh, here's some with actual dates. Why are these not in the freaking list? God, idiots. Party Down season 3 hits Stars February 24th. They're bringing that back.
Yeah, I think it might. Well, it's supposed to show up on Hulu also, but I don't know if you have to have the Stars add-on or not.
I gotcha. Yellow Jackets season 2 hits Showtime March 26th. Still need to watch the first season. We bought it, so we need to watch that. The Witcher, Never Have I Ever. The White Lotus season 3 apparently will be happening this year. Invincible season 2 hits Prime this year. Invincible, the animated. Yeah.
Really? Oh God.
Yeah.
It took me a second.
Dude, I can't wait. It's why can't they put Invincible in Fortnite? Like,
they will.
Like they put it in Fall Guys.
They will.
And that's great. But like, I want it in that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's it for TV shows.
All right.
So now we're going to get into some movies.
Okay.
So, Megan, January 6th, that's actually out now. Getting huge reviews.
Yes.
Like just fantastic numbers, like 96% on Rotten Tomatoes or something. I had absolutely no interest in watching Megan. But now I really want to go watch it because it just sounds like the fact that everybody is saying it's good, you know, like it really makes me want to see it. Like to me, that means that it's about more than what it's showing.
Yeah.
Even if it is just all about Megan, like it's not a Chucky ripoff, you know?
Yeah.
And like, that's cool with me. The Pale Blue Eyes, which is now available on Netflix, came out January 6th.
Edgar Allan Poe.
The Pale Blue Eyes will find Australians this week. It is set in 1829 during Poe's brief and failed stint as a West Point cadet. During those tumultuous days, according to the new movie, Poe also became enmeshed in a real-life murder investigation.
Cool.
Stars Christian Bale as Edgar Allan Poe. That's interesting. Officer named Edgar. Okay, sorry. I thought it said something about the Queen's Gambit. I was like, oh, are they doing it? No, it's an actor in both. Knock at the Cabin on February 3rd. Writer, director, and twist supremo M. Night Shyamalan returns with a psychological horror adapted from Paul Tremblay's celebrated 2018 novel. So, okay, that's a good sign.
Yes.
It's not just his story.
No.
It's actually, there was a story and he's just making the movie.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yes.
That's good. The Cabinet at the End of the World was the name of the novel. Pennyworth's Ben Aldridge and Mindhunter's Jonathan Groff. Really? You're going to give it to Mindhunter? I mean, that's fine. Mindhunter's fantastic. I'm just, Jonathan Groff, like, could have said Hamilton, could have said Frozen, could have said Glee. I mean, there's just a lot of things you could have said, you know? I'm just surprised.
Well, also, Pennyworth, the story of Batman's speller.
They star as a couple on a vacation in the woods with their adopted daughter, visited by a mysterious quartet of strangers, warning of an oncoming apocalypse. Previous Shyamalan collaborators, Nikki Bird and Rupert Grint, round out the cast alongside Dave Bautista, who Shyamalan cast after being impressed with his powerful and still performance in Blade Runner 2049. I forgot he was in that.
Huh. Yeah, that is right. Huh.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, I'm very intrigued by the trailer, but just like all M. Night Shyamalan movies, I have no idea if it's going to be good.
We take one step at a time.
That's right.
Into the pool.
I'm willing to give it a chance.
But we've been burned before.
Yes.
We're in the pool of water.
Here's the thing. I loved Sixth Sense.
Mm-hmm.
I loved Unbreakable. Like before superhero movies were like the thing, right?
Yeah.
Unbreakable kicked so much ass. It was so good.
My brother loved Unbreakable.
So good. I loved Signs.
I
thought Signs was great.
Watch Signs a lot.
Yeah. And it's super freaky, super great. You know what I mean? And then The Village. Like I liked it the first time I watched it, but you kind of can't watch it again after that because it's not scary at all.
Yeah. But the twist.
And then The Lady in the Water.
I never watched it.
Oh, Maggie. Like the whole first half of the movie is nothing. It means nothing.
I watched his version of Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I did not watch that. Billy watched it and said he liked it.
It was like the effects and stuff didn't look horrible. I say they look horrible now.
Yeah.
But like it didn't. I watched it.
Yeah.
The cartoon and stuff. Love the story. And just like there's some things that were changed. Like
to make it fit.
Yeah, and also like I understand there's a lot of detail within the first seasons and stuff, but like you rush through a lot of important things.
Yeah. I get that.
Yeah.
You're always not going to be happy when you have to condense a story like that.
Yeah.
Lady in the Water, like there's this, I forget exactly what the plot is because I only watched it the one time. And like they have to find like a bunch of people and like all the people have like a specific purpose that they have to do. Like there's like 3 key makers or some shit. I don't even know. Okay. I don't even remember.
Gatekeeper.
Right. And so they find everybody and they're trying to do this thing for the Lady in the Water, who's Bryce Dallas Howard. And she's not in the water. She's like in the room. They all live in like this apartment building. And like, it ends up they got the wrong people. And like, it turns out that they were lied to, that the real people they need was this group of people. And then they have to go and find out all these other people. Yeah. And it's stupid. like the whole first half of the movie is just them finding all of the wrong people, doing whatever they got to do.
Boo.
And it's like some kind of ritual of some kind, but they don't actually do I feel like they all just stand around and like, they're like, nothing happened. Yeah. Like for real. I had like this head canon because it all takes place in this one like apartment complex. Yeah. And I had this head canon that the world had actually ended.
Yeah.
And like everybody was stuck in this apartment complex and like almost like Snowpiercer or something. But yeah. And I mean, and that made it a little bit better. What?
I was trying to think, have I watched Snowpiercer?
No,
I
you've
haven't.
not. You would know if you watched Snowpiercer.
You would know if you watched Moonfall.
Yes, you would. Yes, you would. Snowpiercer. We're going to watch that one day, Maggie. I'm telling you, you're not ready.
Chris Evans.
Nothing can prepare you for Snowpiercer, okay? For real. Nothing can prepare you for it.
Okay.
It is the wildest train movie I've ever seen. And then we just watched Bullet Train. And I'm telling you.
No, that's the coolest train.
I am telling you.
That's a train of cool right there.
Crazy.
All right.
February 10th, Magic Mike's Last Dance. I've not watched any of the Magic Mike movies.
Why? Guys, you gotta let it die.
Maggie, you know you're intrigued, especially since the third and final Magic Mike flick also sees Steven Soderbergh slip back into the director's chair after only executive producing Magic Mike XXL. And in the threequel, like his real-life alter ego, Mike has a shot at actual international fame and stardom when he becomes the muse for a pop star of a certain age, Salma Hayek, who's angling for a comeback. You didn't realize Salma Hayek was in it, did you?
I'm sold.
Damn. I'm not against watching Magic Mike. I've heard it's actually really good.
The first one's really good. It actually has a good story to it. I liked it. I watched it in theaters with my cousin. And then the sequel is just really funny. Like they decided to have fun with the sequel.
Is it just like playing off of like Magic Mike was almost like a drama, you know?
Yeah.
And then Magic Mike 2 is it like a Fast and Furious, Too Fast, Too Furious situation where it's like it plays up all the shit that everybody thinks Magic Mike was. You know what I mean?
No, it doesn't do that. It's just like, oh, we're gonna.
You're telling me Ludacris is not in Magic Mike?
Oh, he's not. God, thank God he's not. No,
we hungry. Oh man.
Anyways,
worst movie in the franchise.
Like Magic Mike, it's dramatic and stuff. The first one is, and like it shows how dudes become strippers, and how they.
I've heard the first one is really good.
It is
dramatic. Yeah.
Yes, it's very good. Tells a really good story. The second one, I feel like it's just a road trip movie, and it's just all the dude strippers.
Like a Goofy movie?
Not necessarily.
Like Road Trip?
I can't remember where they have to go
Just
to
skin
for
a
what.
cheetah?
For what? But I will say this. The only storyline that I can remember that stands out in my mind is Joe Manganiello's character being sad that he can't find the right woman to pleasure because his is too big.
That's a problem that a lot of men have.
Yeah.
Been there myself.
Anyways, I'm down for it. I didn't know it was going that route.
I'll watch it.
Okay.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, February 17th.
Woo-hoo!
Not a lot for us to really say about this one. Obviously, we are super excited.
We have a trailer reaction. Go watch it.
It's true. We do. Go check it out. And we saw it in 3D when we watched Avatar.
Yeah, it looked amazing.
It looked good.
I thought you said it didn't look good. I'm like, dude.
I'm just wondering, are we going to watch it?
Is it 3 hours long?
It is not.
Okay. God.
Probably 2.5, if I had to guess.
We can try.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I had a really bad headache after Avatar.
I'm fine with not.
Don't get me wrong. I really enjoyed Avatar, but like my head hurt.
Yeah, I'm with you. February 24th, Cocaine Bear. Who says cinema is dead? The Hunger Games star and frequent director Elizabeth Banks slips back into the Helmer's chair of this ingenious camp horror high concept. Based loosely on a true story, Cocaine Bear asks what happens when a black bear in the backwoods of Georgia ingests an entire bag of cocaine.
What?
Magic. Magic is what happens. Will the potentially one-joke premise about a cocaine-rattled black bear going on a rampage sustain a feature-length movie? Who knows? But we're rooting for it since the trailer is the right kind of chaos. Plus, Cocaine Bear features the final performance of Ray Liotta. What the hell?
Aww.
Nobody's going to jail, Karen. All right. March 3rd, Creed 3. I'm just down. God. This one is actually, isn't it directed by Michael B. Jordan? Yeah, Michael B. Jordan's directing this one.
But the other guy, I think, is listed as a producer.
From Black Panther. God, I can't think of his name. Ryan Coogler. Yeah. The movie is an interesting test for Jordan and the Adonis character. That is partially due to the fact that, like Sylvester Stallone before him, Jordan is now taking over the directorial reins of his box office franchise. Mm-hmm. Additionally, however, it is the first Creed movie without Stallone's affable bruiser, Rocky Balboa, still around to mentor the younger Creed. Adonis is standing on his own, albeit thankfully with Tessa Thompson's Bianca still at his side. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Rocky's not in this one.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to kill him off. I think they'll just not mention it.
Yeah.
Honestly. Creed, fantastic. Creed's the best Rocky movie. All right. Now,
People come after you.
Granted, Adrian, I've not watched any other Rocky movies. Okay, so maybe that's why.
Holy crap, Matt! You need to.
We got them.
We need
We've
to.
got the box set. We can watch them right now.
First one's great.
Yeah.
Second one's really good.
I want to watch the fourth one with the robot. That's what I want to watch. I just want the robot. I want to see the robot. There's a robot,
That's with
right?
the Russian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's my
I
favorite.
will break you.
That's my favorite one.
Yeah?
It
Because
is.
the robot?
No, because
How big of a part does the robot play?
very small.
Ah, shit. I was hoping for
You
like
just walk into Rocky's mansion. There's this freaking robot there, like, "Hello, nice to meet you."
I was hoping for like a not quite human situation going on.
Short circuit.
No, I wanted a robot that looked like a human, an android.
No, he does not look like that.
Jonas, I'll call you Bonus. Oh my God, where are those films at on Disney Plus? You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, Alan Thicke, that dude can get it. March 10th. Oh, he's gone.
Yes,
Sorry,
he is.
R.I.P. King. March 10th. Scream 6. Scream 6. Scream. So Scream. Scream. God damn it. So Scream came out last year.
Yeah.
Scream. Yeah.
5.
Was it called Scream 5 or was it just called Scream?
I don't know.
I think it was called Scream 5.
I don't know.
Or was it 5 Cream? Yeah, the one that it where the S was. It was a 5.
Remember,
Yeah.
Kind of Funny wanted to make the logos for it.
Yes. Yeah. And like, I'm just shocked that we're getting another one within a year.
Yeah.
Like, that's just wild to me. Whatever. I mean, I'm good with it.
It is what it is, yo.
Here we go. We watched the teaser. It looked fun.
Yeah.
Indeed, Scream 6 will feature at least one major set piece on a All Hallows Eve subway platform. But what will likely excite fans is the return of the 2022 film's surviving characters, including Jenna Ortega, after she had a breakout year in horror, including in X and the titular character on Netflix's Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Alas, the new movie will... Wait, was that the younger sister in Scream? In 5 Cream? The one that was in the hospital? Is she Wednesday?
I think so.
What the hell?
Yeah, and it also Wednesday got... they're going to make season 2.
Yeah. Damn, we need to watch Wednesday. Alas, the new movie will not see the Scream's original Scream queen, Neve Campbell, reprise her role as Sidney Prescott. Luckily for longtime fans of the franchise, Courtney Cox is returning. Thought she wasn't.
Shocked.
As is Scream 4 MVP Hayden Panettiere as Kirby. Mm-hmm. Kirby's back, baby.
Yeah. I don't know.
Get ready
man.
to suck. Here comes Kirby.
Get ready to be stabbed.
Get it? Kirby.
Yeah.
Like the Nintendo character.
Yes.
March 17th, 65.
Yeah.
65 is so good. God.
We have a trailer action.
We
Go
do.
watch it.
Go check it out. March 17th, also, damn, same day. Shit. Shazam! Fury of the Gods.
Ooh.
Yeah. I think we did a trailer reaction for that one.
I think we did.
Actually, real quick, we skipped over 65 really fast. It's fantastic.
Yes.
Premise alone, original story.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not a sequel. It's a new
Yeah.
sci-fi film. I haven't felt this good about a sci-fi film from out of nowhere since what was it? Live, Die, Repeat.
Yeah.
No, that's the stupid name. That's the name they gave it afterwards. It's Edge of Tomorrow. Edge of
I
Tomorrow.
like that. Live, die, repeat. That's a stupid name.
It is the stupid because they were like,
I
nobody
know.
knows what Edge of Tomorrow means, and it was originally called. Oh my God! It was like All You Need Is Kill or something like that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was. Hang on, I'm looking it up.
Oh boy.
I'm looking it up. This is important. All right.
Backtrack to when I was talking about Mountain Dew. It's really good. The punch flavor kind of reminds me of like maybe kind of like grape in a way. And the color of it's purple, which is pretty cool. But yeah, my favorite Mountain Dew flavor, I believe, is
All You Need Is Kill.
pineapple.
That was the other.
End of Maggie's review of Mountain Dew. Summer Baja lives on.
That's right, Summer Baja. Live Moss. Yeah. Then we got Shazam! Fury of the Gods. I mean, this one looks good enough.
Yeah.
Like, even if this universe dies,
Yes.
you know, like I really enjoyed the first Shazam. I'm glad to get back into that world.
Yeah.
I've heard there's a joke about the Flash changing the timeline, and that's why their costumes look different. That will not make sense because the Flash has not come out yet and will not come out until after this movie.
Ha!
Jerks. All right. March 24th, John Wick, Chapter 4. Get ready to shoot your gun off.
Get ready to get violent.
I love it. I mean, John Wick, you know, we talk about John Wick a lot, but it's just awesome.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
ridiculous.
Yes.
In the best way.
Yeah. And that director, he really, I don't know if I say he asked him, you know, the actors in it, like, do you want to do your own stunts and stuff? But like how he did Bullet Train, and like you could tell that most of the actors did their own thing.
Yeah.
Which I thought was pretty cool.
No, I completely agree. Word is that Chapter 5 is already in the works.
Oh my God.
And they're also doing the spinoff, The Ballerina.
Yeah.
And John Wick is going to be in that. The actress who's in the movie, the main character, she was on Jimmy Fallon and talked about how her and Keanu Reeves were practicing for their big fight.
Yeah.
And like that was supposed to be a secret, I guess.
God.
Yeah. Maggie's gonna be excited for this one. March 31st, Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. It looks great. I know nothing about Dungeons and Dragons, but I'm down to watch this.
I don't know anything about it, but I'm just excited to see Chris Pine.
Oh, it's a helm by the people that did Game Night.
Hey.
There we go.
Okay.
Wait, what did you say about Chris Pine?
I said, I don't know anything about Dungeons and Dragons. I'm just happy Chris Pine's in the movie.
That's true. Chris Pine, man, his star just never got where it needed to go. You know?
Yeah, I agree.
He could have been a lot bigger.
Gorgeous human being.
Yeah.
Talented.
The best Captain Kirk. I'm joking. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I haven't watched the dude in Strange New Worlds yet. So Damon or Stefan, that's his name. I always get those mixed up. April 7th, the Super Mario Brothers movie. Obviously, I'm excited.
Yes.
That'll be fantastic. Can't wait to go watch that. We did a trailer reaction for that. Go watch it. April 14th, Renfield. This is that Dracula movie.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and it's Nicolas Cage as Dracula and the dude from Warm Bodies and
Steve Holt.
Yeah, and Ben Schwartz is going to be in it.
Oh, my God. Nicholas Holt.
Nicholas Holt. There we go.
Nicholas Holt and Nicolas Cage. 2 Nicholases for the price of one.
10 nickels.
10?
5 plus 5. I'm sorry. I'm tired.
April 21st.
My hip hurts.
Evil Dead Rise.
No. No.
I mean, it looks really good.
I hit.
It looks terrifying.
I'm watching it.
We'll watch it eventually.
Oh, no.
May 5th, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Yeah.
That one will be a good one. The last one.
Yep.
I mean, at least the last of this trilogy.
Yes.
I mean, they're not going to let that just sit there.
No.
Did you see? I didn't include this, but Scarlett Johansson is apparently going to be in Secret Wars.
Really?
Yeah.
How?
Probably What If or some shit. Who knows? May 19th, Fast X. I got a job to do, and in order to do it, I got to go back in time.
In the movies.
I can't wait. This is the one that I'm most unsure of it actually landing. Okay. Like, I mean, here's the thing. It doesn't matter. Whatever. I mean, remember in the trailer for the last one when it showed the car web swinging?
Yeah.
You know, like.
I remember you screaming. You're like, that doesn't work.
No, in a good way. In a good way. I wasn't mad.
No.
Because
but
I love it.
I just
I love how ridiculous it is.
It doesn't work.
Like, it wouldn't. That would not work at all.
See, that's
obviously.
what it is.
Obviously.
There it is.
But then that wasn't even the best part. The best part was when they went to space.
In a piece of crap car duct taped all the way around.
Dude, so I can't wait to see what they do. I'm telling you, time travel has to be. It has to be time travel. I don't know if it'll be this one or the next one, but time travel has to come into this.
Justin Lin, let it die.
Either aliens, time travel, or kaiju. All right, There's nothing left. There's nothing left, Maggie. They've done everything.
They haven't died.
I mean,
some of them said they have
that's
died,
true, and they're
came back.
Yeah, nobody's died. Even the people who have actually died are still
Yes.
alive in the franchise.
Yeah.
May 26th, The Little Mermaid.
Yeah. Apparently, toys have been leaking. Funko Pops.
Ooh. Anybody cool?
Well, of course, Ariel.
Yeah. Which we've seen what she looks like. She looks great.
King Triton.
Yeah.
And he looks really cool.
Yeah.
Like his beard is really different. Ursula, and you could totally tell it's based off of Melissa McCarthy's face and stuff. Maybe Prince Eric. I can't remember.
Is that any of the animal people?
I didn't see any yet. But the person I follow on it's the Instagram person I talk about all the time that has the dolls. She goes by Call Me Obsessed on Instagram.
Yeah.
She's the one that posted the pictures in her story. And she's like, and like, apparently there were some leaked set photos a few months back of The Little Mermaid. And it showed the actor playing Prince Eric holding this dress.
Yeah.
And apparently the Funko Pop of Ariel is wearing the dress that he's holding. And so like, she's like putting in all caps. She's like, he's holding the dress that she's wearing in this pop. I was like, oh boy.
So let me ask you, Maggie, do you think this will be The Lion King or Aladdin? And by that, I mean, do you think it'll be bad or good? Because The Lion King was terrible.
Okay.
It wasn't terrible. It just wasn't great. Or do you think it'll be like Aladdin, which was good?
Okay. Because sometimes I look at Aladdin, Guy Ritchie's Aladdin, I still think it's sometimes bad.
What the hell? No, we loved it.
I know. It's probably because I hear stupid people.
He had them 40 thieves and everybody had 1,000 of them.
I think it will be as good as Aladdin, but better.
Really? I'll be honest. I don't have a lot of hope in live action Disney animated films anymore.
I think it's gonna be really
the one I had really high hopes for was Beauty and the Beast, and I felt like I wasn't that great. And then Aladdin, I really liked Aladdin, but more because the music.
The music was really good.
The music was really good. Yeah,
it was beautiful.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well done.
Gorgeous movie.
I thought Will Smith was great in it.
Yeah.
I thought everybody did a great job in it. But then, Lion King wasn't great.
Well, I mean, he just told the same thing again.
Yeah, but worse.
Yeah.
I can't wait to be king. Like, it's just like, they're running under an elephant, like spraying water.
Yeah. I'm like, that's
is good, I guess. You gotta lean into it. Like, it's too realistic. Now, Jungle Book was good.
Yeah. Oh God, I love
that. Was good.
That was so good.
It kept some of the cartoony aspects of it.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do.
I just feel like we're losing that with some of these. So we'll see. June 2nd, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. We did a trailer reaction for it. You can go check that out. June 9th, Transformers Rise of the Beast.
Oh, God.
We did a trailer reaction for that. You can go check it out.
Also, we got a show called Going Back to Beast Wars. You can go check that out right now.
Beast Wars. Honestly, I can't wait. I can't wait for this. It's going to be great. I mean, it may be terrible, but it's going to be great either way. You know what I mean? The fact that it's a sequel to Bumblebee makes me happy. June 16th, will this actually happen? The Flash. I still don't believe it's real.
I don't believe it's real.
And I won't believe it until the credits are rolling after the film. Like, I'm sitting in the theater and the credits have rolled.
And you're like, oh my God, it's real.
What's going to suck is if I really like it. I don't know. And here's the thing. It could be really good. It just has the whole Ezra Miller thing going, And like, that sucks.
Well, let's look at it this way. Let's give it a positive.
Michael Keaton.
We get Michael Keaton.
And Supergirl.
And she
looks great.
Yep.
June 30th, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Because it's the Dial of Destiny.
Callista, where's my pants?
I'm excited. Directed by the guy that directed Logan.
Yep.
So that'll be good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be good. He also did the movie Ford versus Ferrari, by the way.
Really?
Yeah. That was really
such
good.
a good movie.
Let's see. We did a trailer reaction for that. Go check it out.
God, that was forever ago, man.
Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 on July 14th. So I guess they're doing 2. They're doing Dead Reckoning Part 1, Dead Reckoning Part 2. And I guess it's supposed to be the end?
Tom Cruise on the end.
I don't know. We'll see.
He freaking took a motorcycle off of a cliff and jumped out of an airplane.
He's gonna die in one of these. Like, it's fine.
No, I think he's proving that he will never die.
Christopher McQuarrie back. He did Rogue Nation. He did Fallout. He did Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah,
right.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
They're like BFFs.
Yeah, dude. And
like, he was so even up in the airplane in that last video that Tom Cruise.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, it's just really. I was like, holy crap, he's getting him in on it now to try to do this stuff.
I can't wait. July 21st, Barbie.
Yay!
Yeah. I like it. We did a trailer reaction. You can go check that out. I'm just going to keep saying that. July 21st, also, same day, this is going to be the best double feature of all time. Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
From Christopher Nolan.
Yeah.
We got the trailer before Avatar.
Yeah.
So we didn't end up doing a reaction for it. I don't think it's the type of movie you do a trailer reaction for. I mean, it looks great. Obviously, it's Nolan.
Yeah.
You know, and it's going to be Nolan in like Dunkirk Nolan. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Less Tenet Nolan.
God, thank God.
Maggie, we are Tenet.
No, we're
Tenet
not.
is us, and we are Tenet. All right.
We're Denzel Washington's son.
Yes. Yes, we are. John David Washington.
Yes.
Yes. Anyway, this is the first one that he's not doing with Warner Brothers. Because he was like, fuck you guys. You're not putting my shit.
I didn't make money.
Well, I mean, you know, Warner Brothers was acting really stupid, though.
Well,
Wait, oh my God. Emily Blunt, Matt Damon, Robert Downey Jr., Florence Pugh, Rami Malek, and Gary Oldman are all in this.
Yeah.
Damn, this movie's going to be good.
Josh Peck's in it.
Maggie, I just read off Emily Blunt, Matt Damon, Robert Downey Jr., Florence Pugh, Rami Malek, and Gary Oldman, and you're like, yeah, Josh from Drake and Josh is
from Drake and Josh. Josh Peck.
God. The guy from that Dead Dog movie.
Dead Dog movie.
It's not even a movie.
No, it's not.
It's Turner, dude.
The dog wasn't even dead.
Do you remember that one episode of Late Night with Conan O'Brien when Tom Hanks came on set for Castaway? And Conan was like, hey, Mr. Hanks, we got you some stuff. And
oh my God.
And, like, they make it snow and like just a big bunch of crap, just like it doesn't slow, it just all drops at once, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, and here's our gift to you. It's your old co-star Hooch. It's a skeleton of a dog. I'll tell you, Maggie. Oh my God. It was great. It was
How did Tom Hanks react?
He was laughing. He was acting like he was mortified. But
yes.
Hanks and O'Brien, like Hanks and Conan, like are just, they are very tight with each other. Like Tom Hanks was his first guest on the Tonight Show, and he was his last guest on the Tonight Show. And like he came out in the last episode, he had like a glass of scotch, and he was like, well, you had a good run, Coco. He's the one that gave him the name Coco. Yeah.
How sweet.
Yeah. The Marvels, July 28th. That's right. We get to bring everybody back, which will be great. I'm excited for that. The Meg 2, The Trench, on August 4th. They're making a sequel to The Meg? Why?
It took me so I was like,
wait, Jason Statham is back? I thought he got 8 in the first one. I never watched it.
I never watched it.
August 18th, Blue Beetle.
Yeah.
The only DC movie out this year that isn't a sequel to one of the films that began with the Snyderverse.
It's true.
So there you go. Can't wait, man. Jaime Reyes. It's just gonna be great, and he looks great, and the poster looks great. Like, I'm down. I can't wait for a trailer. September 22nd. Next Goal Wins.
Bend it like Beckham?
Nope. Directed by Taika Waititi.
What?
His first original film since Jojo Rabbit. Next Goal Wins continues the director's love for underdogs by following one of the most infamous soccer teams in FIFA history, the 2001 American Samoa team that had a notoriously brutal season where they struggled to win a single game. Yet there is more to the film than laughs, we suspect, with Next Goal Wins starring Michael Fassbender and Elizabeth Moss, as well as Waititi's mainstay, Rise Darby. Reyes Darby. God damn it. Yeah, I mean, it's Taika Waititi, so
Yeah.
I'm down. I don't care about soccer or football or however you want to call it. But I mean, I'm down. Jojo Rabbit's one of the best movies ever made.
It is.
It's fantastic.
I agree. It is.
It gave me hope in humanity again. You know.
Yes.
So we got to watch it. Craven the Hunter on October 6th.
Yeah.
There are plenty of reasons to be skeptical, even before remembering the quality of Morbius and Venom. But to give Craven the benefit of the doubt, we'll point out it's directed by J.C. Chander, who helmed some of the most underrated gems of 2010s, including Most Violent Year, All Is Lost. That's it. Maybe he can find an unlikely diamond in the rough.
Find the diamond.
You know who's playing him?
In the rough.
You know who's playing Craven?
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yep. Weird.
He was in Bullet Train, and I didn't realize it until I saw his name in the credits.
I even made a joke.
I know, and I apparently was too into the movie to even realize it.
October 13th, The Exorcist sequel. It's not titled yet. Directed by David Gordon Green and produced by Jason Blumhouse. Try their luck again at making legacy sequels to the 70s horror classics with their untitled continuation of the Exorcist franchise in 2023. And to Green and Blum's credit, their Halloween reboot... Wait
a second.
Well, the first one was good.
The first one was great.
So maybe this will be good. As long as like their third sequel to their Exorcist sequel isn't about like a different demon.
Yeah, a different. No, they got two demons in the house, and we don't know about one demon until like the last 5 minutes of the movie, and that's it.
This will give many pause about them playing around with an even more esteemed classic with this follow-up to William Friedkin's The Exorcist, the highest-grossing horror film of the time when adjusted. Oh wait, highest-grossing horror film of all time when adjusted for inflation, and one of the few to be nominated for Best Picture and Best Director at the Oscars. Yes. And to be honest, there hasn't been an exorcism movie to date that's lived up to their movie. Still, we'll keep an open mind considering the follow-up convinced Ellen Burstyn to reprise her own Oscar-nominated role as Chris McNeil. The film also stars Leslie Odom Jr.
Hey.
Ooh. I mean, I'm down. I'm down to try it.
Yeah.
I remember I watched The Exorcist the beginning, and that was weird. That's it. That's all I had.
Okay.
Do you remember that one Exorcist movie? I think it was called, was it The Last Exorcism? No, wait, that was the one that was found footage. There was a couple. One had Professor Lasky as a minister from Saved by the Bell, the College.
Wait, which one? The buff one?
No, Professor Lasky, the one that dated Kelly.
Butthole from Better Call Saul?
Yeah.
Howard?
He was a minister who had stopped being a minister. And like, or he was like trying to prove that it's all fake or some shit. And so like a documentary crew goes to a farm. So not that one.
Okay.
But there was another one, which they made a sequel to that, by the way, and it was not found footage, and it was very weird. But there was another one where it was like they were in Rome, and like somebody was possessed, and like the movie ends with like a car wreck, and then it cuts to black, and it says the story continues at www dot whatever the name of the movie is.com.
What?
Yeah, and like, dude, audible groans in the theater when I watched it. Like, they were like, really?
Wow.
Because like it literally, like, the story was not wrapped up at all. Yeah. And like, you were supposed to go there and continue the story.
Stupid.
Yeah. It was the worst fucking
People don't want to work for that,
Hang on.
guys.
I gotta tell you what the name of that movie is. I can't just let it sit there. No, Maggie, talk about Mountain Dew.
Okay, so back to it. My favorite flavor of Mountain Dew is the pineapple one that they had back during the summer, the Baja Blast one. Now, the other flavored mango, it was okay. Matt liked it. I do like the watermelon one. It's really good. And I remember being crazy about Mountain Dew Code Red, but the last time I drank one, I was about sick because it's so sweet. Matt really liked it, though. He chugged it down on one of the podcasts.
The Devil Inside.
The Devil Inside.
It came out in 2012. Has a 6% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was terrible. The Last Exorcism was decent. It actually ends.
We're throwing around the word exorcism a lot.
Well, I mean, but it ends, like, spoilers for The Last Exorcism from like 2010, I guess. But like it turns out she's not possessed, but her family is a part of a cult, and they're gonna sacrifice her to a demon, I guess.
Oh my God.
And so like they're putting her on a fire, like on a thing to set fire to it, and her brother is like over there and stuff. And so the camera crew is there and they're watching, and like Professor Lasky, who has given up, his being a minister and stuff, goes over there, like he grabs a Bible and goes over there, and like you see this like huge fucking like demon in the flames, and he starts like rebuking it and stuff. Yeah.
Reciting scripture.
And I think that's where it ends.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was good. It was cool. I mean, it was found footage. I like found footage movies. Blair Witch was great. November 3rd, Dune Part 2.
Hey, for Matt.
Can't wait. What do you mean? Not just for me. You liked it.
Yeah, but remember the first hour of it, I fell asleep.
Austin Butler is back in this, Maggie. Yeah, in your face. See? You thought you weren't going to watch it.
Timmy Che.
Well, of course. And Zendaya.
Yeah.
And Zendaya is Michi. Wait, is Oscar Isaac back?
He shouldn't be.
He's in it. Says he's in it.
Wait, I don't think they got him. I don't think they killed. Did they kill him? I can't remember.
Shh. Spoilers.
I know another person they killed.
Who? Hang on. Oh, that's what I'm remembering. Okay. You might be right. All right. I can't wait to watch that. It'll be nice to actually see that in a theater. God, that first movie was great. All right, Maggie, here you go. Ready?
I'm ready. Ready or not?
Get ready, everybody. Maggie's going to have a rant. November 17th. The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
Oh, go away. God.
Based on
Who cares?
Based on the prequel
Jesus.
novel, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes takes us back 64 years to tell the origin story of the future president of Pan Am, Coriolanus Snow? Set before Snow's descent to the dark side, this dystopian YA adventure finds a young Corio trying to make a name for himself in the capital via his first encounter with the titular games. West Side Story breakout Rachel Zegler co-stars as the tribute, who's mentored by Corio, while the likes of Viola Davis, Jason Schwartzman, and Peter Dinklage lend solid support.
Boo.
Here's an image. Doesn't that sell you on it? It looks like Slim Shady.
No. Why? God.
Nah.
I know why.
Are we watching it?
No.
Will it be better or worse?
Worse.
Than the Fantastic Beasts?
Worse.
No way. There's no way it's worse than Fantastic Beasts.
Who got the lame brain idea? Oh, we could make a movie.
Well, they wrote a book about it.
I know, but like that ship has sailed. Okay, it was amazing when it was there.
I don't know.
Make it into a show.
The Hunger Games?
Yeah, I think it would work better.
I don't know. I feel like we've had plenty of The Hunger Games.
That's what I'm saying. What are you doing?
No. I mean, like, of the story we already have. I think.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, I'm just saying, if
good.
you're going a different route, why don't you just try it in a show format?
Yeah. I mean, I'd rather see Harry Potter as a show.
Yeah.
But like, I would like to see Warner Brothers purchase the rights to Harry Potter.
Yes.
Like, and J.K. Rowling die. Not die, but just like not make money off of Harry Potter anymore. That'd be great.
I don't think she'll let that happen anytime soon.
December 15th, Wonka.
This is Jimmy Chamberlain for the oh my
Timothy
God.
Chalamet takes over for Gene Wilder and Johnny Depp as eccentric chocolatier Willy Wonka in the prequel to the classic children's tale. Following Wonka's pre-factory adventures, the film is directed by Paddington's Paul King and co-stars Keegan-Michael Key, Rowan Atkinson, Sally Hawkins, and Olivia Colman. An origin story prequel to beloved children's book. We admit we're skeptical, but hey, who would have thought that Cruella would have been delightful?
Yeah.
Cruella was really good.
It was really good.
Yeah, I think that was the best live-action Disney movie. It was really good.
Oh, this is a different take on the story. You know?
Yes. Yeah. I really want to see a sequel to that with like 101 Dalmatians stuff more in it. December 25th, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Happy birthday, Jesus. Here's Jason Momoa.
In a manger.
My man!
Jesus.
I'm about where I am with the others. Maybe even less so for this one. Like, Aquaman was fun. There's no reason it should have made $1 billion. The first Aquaman should not have made $1 billion.
Something about water, man.
You know what's cooler than $1 billion? $2 billion.
You know what's cooler than $2 billion? $5 billion.
God damn it. No date for this one. Killers of the Flower Moon. Martin Scorsese's first film since 2019's The Irishman comes with a lot of expectation, especially since this will mark the first time his two favorite leading men, Robert De Niro and Leonardo DiCaprio, co-star in a Scorsese movie together. Yet for those who are familiar with David Grann's award-winning nonfiction book, Killers of the Flower Moon, there is more than just star power to be excited about for this Apple TV Plus release.
Oh, boy.
Based on the shocking true crime events surrounding Osage County in the early 1920s, Killer of the Flower Moon recounts the sinister plot that led to serial murders of dozens of Osage Native Americans and the American legacy such evil has wrought. Wow. There you go. I don't know. I'll mention it. No date. The Three Musketeers. Artagon?
I can't say it. That's French.
Yeah, I don't know. Asteroid City. Described as Wes Anderson's largest ensemble film to date, Asteroid City promises to be a convergence of numerous interests for the filmmaker. Youthful exuberance, middle-aged disappointments, and mid-20th century nostalgia. Set in a desert town during a fictional junior stargazer convention in 1955, Asteroid City follows parents and children alike as they embark on a weekend filled with love, discovery, and heartbreak.
I'm sold.
Cast is sprawling, including...
Oh, God.
Tom Hanks, Scarlett Johansson, Margot Robbie, Jason Schwartzman, Tilda Swinton, Tony Revolori, Jeff Goldblum, Jeffrey Wright, Adrian Brody, Maya Hawke, Bryan Cranston, Edward Norton, Steve Carell, Hong Chow, Sophia Lillis, Matt Dillon, Rita Wilson, and Willem Dafoe. Is this going to be the first Wes Anderson movie I watch?
Probably.
God.
I can't wait.
Napoleon. No date.
Dynamite.
Whether you saw it or not, The Last Duel was one of the best movies of 2021, and a return to form for Ridley Scott. So there you go. Reuniting Scott with Gladiator star Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh.
I don't know. Maestro, no date on this one. Bradley Cooper's sophomore effort as a director after winning Hearts and Minds alongside Lady Gaga in A Star Is Born. There's plenty of curiosity around Maestro, not least of which because the director-actor himself cast himself as Leonard Bernstein, one of the greatest musical composers of the 20th century, often remembered for his snowy-haired appearance and love for numerous genres and styles of music. Blah, 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 blah. There you go. That's it. Maya Hawke also in that one. And Sarah Silverman. No date for this one. Poor Things. After partnering on what some have considered the funniest movie of 2018, The Bleakly Dark, The Favorite, reteaming for Poor Things, an adaptation of a novel with the same name. The book centers around a pregnant woman who drowns while trying to escape her abusive husband. Afterward, the monster has the bright idea to resurrect her from the dead, but with the brain of his With the brain of his unborn baby. What the fuck? No. The film also reunites the filmmaker with Emma Stone, who plays the reanimated woman, and Willem Dafoe as the mad scientist.
Oh, boy.
So, it's kind of like Frankenstein. This sounds like fucking garbage. I'm sorry. I might be wrong. What the hell is The Favorite? Had Emma Stone in it. I'm not recognizing any of this. Okay. That's it.
That's it?
That's everything. That's the list.
Okay.
What are we watching, Maggie? Let's rank them.
Oh, my God. No.
Okay. We're done.
No, my butt hurts.
Nah, that's it. That's the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, we talked about the ones that we're excited about.
I didn't know that there was another Wes Anderson movie coming out. I'm very pumped about it.
I mean, this year has 12 months in it, so that means there's a Wes Anderson movie coming out. You know what I mean?
There wasn't one the past few years, Matt.
I don't know. He's always got something.
But you get Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson.
Or an
They're
island
married.
Of dogs, or the Boy Scouts.
The Royal Tenenbaums.
Yeah, the Bottle Rocket, or just just a bunch of. He's like, ooh, everything's so symmetrical. I don't know. I don't know.
I like it.
I've never watched a Wes Anderson movie. Maybe I should watch a Wes Anderson movie. I don't think I'd like them. That's the thing.
I think
Did you do the Fox movie?
Yes.
There it is.
Mr. Fox.
The talented Mr.
Yeah.
Fox.
I believe my first Wes Anderson movie was The Royal Tenenbaums.
Never.
And that was a really
I thought there was too many people in it. That's why I didn't watch it.
It is a lot to keep up with, but he breaks it up into chapters.
Well, I started it. I did actually start that one. And I got maybe 12 minutes in. I was like, I'm good. Because I think Billy had the Criterion DVD.
Oh, man.
And I was like, I'm going to watch Deep Blue Sea instead. Of all the movies, Deep Blue Sea. Deep Blue Sea taught me you don't put milk in eggs. All right? You don't do it. When you're making eggs, you don't put milk in eggs.
No, I don't.
I know, Maggie, but until we watched that movie, I always put milk in eggs.
It doesn't do anything.
I know. Well, now I haven't ate them in over 20 years because I watched Deep Blue Sea. All right? Thank you, Deep Blue Sea.
Thank you for changing Matt's life forever.
This has been the Hopefully Awesome Show. Remember, if this is your first time watching, hey, thanks for stopping by. We appreciate it. We hope you enjoyed this. If you did enjoy it, feel free to hit that subscribe button. You can also rate us on whatever platform you'd like to. We would greatly appreciate it. And if you'd like to get this show ad-free and early, you can head over to patreon.com/hopefullyawesome, where you can join us, possibly get your name in the credits, and get all the other exclusive content that we have only at patreon.com/hopefullyawesome. But that is going to wrap it up for us today. I don't know what next week we'll have. We haven't decided yet. We'll probably watch something. Probably talk about it. Who knows? Maybe we'll have another big topic like this.
Talk for 2 hours.
I mean, we're in that weird spot where it's like there's not really something new to talk about. I mean, I guess, we'll do the show before it comes out. I was going to say The Last of Us will have come out, but we usually record before that premieres. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. Stay tuned to Hopefully Awesome on Twitter and different platforms. That's where you can find out mostly what we'll be talking about. But that'll wrap it up for us today. Thank you for watching, everybody. And as always,
have a hopefully awesome day.
Bye.